Hi everyone, welcome to MGS Coaching Football, and I want to thank you for watching my channel. I appreciate it. Coach Sullivan here, defensive coordinator, and I hope that your 2021 season was as successful as ours was. Today in this presentation on our 3-4 defense, I want to talk to you about how we defend what we call the IGT boot, okay, out of our base 50, so our base 3-4, grade 4 match quarters, okay? So you always start with the base, or at least I believe you start with your base and then you evolve from there. Okay. So I'm going to show you versus 21 personnel, how we defend against what we call GT counter, okay, out of the I offset weak, and the boots coming back to the X, meaning the single receiver side. Okay. So over here, I'll go through what we consider to be all the key things that you need to know, need to teach your players in order for them to just instinctively defend against the boot, be able to execute the automatics to defeat the boot, and how it all ties together from your base system. Okay? So first up is the offense is 21 personnel. Okay, so two backs, one tight end. This is what we call an I offset weak. The fullback offsets away from the tight end, okay? And we're going to execute it against what we call a GT, guard tackle counter, and the quarterback's going to boot back to the single receiver. Okay, so I'm making that a point because you got to have a way to communicate everything to your players, okay? And so for us, that includes personnel, starts with the personnel, then goes to the formation, right? The roof, the top of the formation. How do you differentiate it, right? Well, two back set. It's an I, but now it's an offset. It's a pro, right? So these are all important things to us that we communicate with our players. Okay? The defensive call, the second term, it's our base. 3-4. We're in a 50, right? 4-0-4. We're in grade 4, which is our base match quarters zone coverage. Okay? So it starts with number 3 here, your run support system. Okay? So I'm not going to get into all the detailed, nitty gritty details because that's all a part of our base front system playlist. Okay? Not subscribers, you have to push that button. But number 2 is not removed, so it's sky on both sides, right? Safeties have the force. Okay? So I will say this because it's how it impacts. Okay, how number 4, how the boot impacts the linebackers. Okay, when it's sky support, that means run 2, outside linebackers spill, run away, they're fold boot. See, here we go. Fold boot. Run 2, they have 51 techniques. Again, I'm not getting into all those details, not subscribers. Push the button. Okay, 51, which makes of an overlap that plays away. 51, overlap that plays away. Spill, fold, right here, same thing, plays away. Okay, now the secondary, okay, is going to continue to play the coverage, so I'm going to get to them last. But the boot impact on the linebackers, front side. See, now the front side's over here. Okay? Because the boot's coming over here. So now this becomes the front side. The outside linebacker is playing for boot. That's where the Wednesday comes in. Okay? Wednesday's the automatic, which means the outside linebacker has to contain the quarterback. The one way you defeat the boot is by automatically forcing the quarterback to pull up. Not letting them getting around, attack the edge, have a run pass option. Take that away by forcing them to pull up now. Okay? And that's all because our outside linebacker, okay, has the boot. That's part of the system. Okay, so Wednesday, he's got the force. The inside linebacker, because you're going to get that action, it's still going to end up being a version of Elephants on Parade, he is now going to be the secondary contained. Okay? So he's here. He reads the scheme. He now understands. First thing he does is clear the boot. If the boot were cleared, he'd fold in. But since the boot didn't clear, he immediately gets up and sets the edge. Boom! Tries to sack the quarterback, affect the play, right? Stop him. Don't give him the option, again, to turn it into a run pass and threaten the edge. Make him, as he's whipping around, be in his face, because that's your job. You're on the backside. Boot first, fold second. That's how simple this is. Okay? The inside linebacker is initially going to be making the pull call. When he hears Wednesday, he becomes secondary contained. Okay? Same thing here, backside linebackers. When they realize it's a boot, the inside linebacker now is going to take the drag, the over route from the tight end, number 2. Okay? The backside outside linebacker, who's getting all hands, knocking back, when he gets the boot, he now has the running back. So if it's a screen, throwback screen, if the running back's going to try and release on a wheel, okay, whatever the running back does, outside linebacker has him. If the running back is truly in the protection, trying to pick up seepage, then he will get into the hole late, and we know that. His priority, is the running back. Secondary, they're executing the base call gray 4. Okay? Again, it fits in with the run fits. Backside safety's going to sit and zit till he confirms what's happening. And then when he sees that it's boot, he's executing his gray 4 rules. Okay? Boundary corner, same thing. He's sitting, he's patient. He sees the boot. That's number 2 in gray 4. Number 2's to him. He comes up and matches the outer 2. Number 2, mirroring the release of 2. Okay, they're playing gray 4. I'm not going to get into all the different things here. The secondary, non-subscribers, push it and go to my match quarters gray 4 playlist. Okay, but the secondary is executing gray 4. Okay, in this particular case. So to answer the question, why Wednesday, right? The outside linebackers, backside, clear the boot, fold. Right? It's a boot. He gets up and sets the edge. It's automatic Wednesday. Okay? The inside linebacker, right? He's the overlap. Becomes secondary, contained on the boot. The run fits. Here's the key. Your run fits always match the coverage that's called. Okay? So gray 4, 2's in the flat. We have the cornerback. That's his job. We don't need the outside linebacker for that. Okay? We don't need the inside linebacker for that. On a boot, number 1's not coming on a hard slant. He's got to get vertical on a boot, right? That's what makes this easy. So your run fits always match your coverage. Okay? The boot rules are built into each coverage. Okay? Every single time. And that determines the automatic. We're not reinventing the wheel here, guys. The key is when you do your install in the spring and preseason, as you install gray 4, right? In this case, our base 3450, gray 4 versus 21. And we install it versus the boot look. You go through your run fits. This automatic Wednesday. So the outside linebacker knows he's got it. That's the reason you give it a name. Boot means Wednesday. Okay? Secondary. Plays away, right? Sit and zit. Oh, boot. Right? Sit and zit. Oh, here's the number 2. He's in the backfield. And you teach that as you install. Here's number 2, right? For grade 4, everybody's reading 2. On the single receiver side out of 21, this is why you got to teach all this to your players. 2's in the backfield. So the read for 2 is in the backfield. Okay, so all of this gets taught as you teach your players how to defend the boot, which is an effective play at all levels. The NFL, FBS, FCS, Divisions 2, 3, high school, right? Boot's a big play. So that's how we teach it, and that's how simple it can be to teach it when you make it a part of your base run fits, and the run fits have to match your coverage, or you're not going to be able to stop the run. But then from there, you just show how simple the rules are for your run fits and how they play towards the boot. And the key, in my opinion, is the part of your run fits always include the boot. And we mirror it. This outside linebacker is the same. Plays away, clear the boot, fold. Plays away, clear the boot, fold. All right, keep it the same. Mirror it. Don't make it so the kids have to learn 2 different sets of rules. They're the same. And so the boot has an impact on the linebackers, but not really because it's built into their run supports. Okay? So as I said at the beginning, I really appreciate you watching MJS Coaching Football. Non-subscribers, I really hope you'll subscribe so you can get all the other access to the different playlists, including the base run supports and run fits and everything else. Okay? Questions, please, from subscribers or non-subscribers, reach out to me at coachmjsullivan@gmail.com. I would just love to talk football with you.